According to a scientific study published by the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition, 2020, a high glycemic breakfast increases the risk of metabolic syndrome in people over 50 by more than 30%. And another study by the Mayo Clinic 2023 shows that a breakfast lacking in protein and healthy fats impairs brain and endocrine functions in older adults. Mrs. Helen, 67 years old, living in the suburbs of London, used to love her mornings. A glass of chilled orange juice, a slice of toast with butter, and a bit of cereal with milk had been her go-to routine for over 20 years. I always thought I was eating healthy, she said. But recently, things started to change. She frequently felt tired just a few hours after breakfast, her hands slightly trembling. And there were days she felt so dizzy that she had to sit down while gardening. One time, while walking to the bus stop, she suddenly felt weak, and her heart beat irregularly fast. Her doctor didn't find any serious medical condition, but advised her to reassess her lifestyle, especially how she started her day. Helen's story isn't uncommon. Many people over 50, even without chronic illnesses, I feel increasingly drained, have trouble focusing, become easily irritable, or even gain weight despite eating the same portions. They often assume it's just aging and believe that feeling weak is normal. But in truth, part of the problem lies in seemingly harmless foods they consume every morning. When you're younger, the body can compensate and adjust well to less than optimal food choices. But after health treads, the metabolic, hormonal, and immune systems become more sensitive. This means a wrong choice at breakfast can significantly affect your energy, mood, and even cardiovascular or blood sugar health throughout the day. Many people are unaware that some familiar breakfast foods, even those marketed as healthy, can silently trigger chronic inflammation, blood sugar fluctuations, or nutritional imbalances. This is especially risky for older adults. So, what are the foods you should never start your day with? And why do these items, despite appearing healthy, become hidden threats to people over 50? Let's explore in today's video so you can protect your body from the very first seconds of the morning. How old are you? Comment below if you've ever felt tired, drained, or dizzy in the morning, like Helen. Sometimes, just changing your breakfast can bring noticeable improvements to your health. One of the most common misconceptions among older adults is eating light in the morning is good for your health. That sounds reasonable, since after a night of rest, the body should be awakened gently, not with a heavy or rich meal. But this thinking leads many to start their day with meals that are unbalanced, high in sugar, low in protein, and nearly void of fiber or essential micronutrients. Another popular mistake is low-fat, sugar-free, or prepackaged foods are better choices for older adults. Labels like low-fat, sugar-free, or fit for breakfast often mislead consumers into thinking they're healthy. In reality, many breakfast cereals, processed sandwich breads, or even bottled fruit juices contain hidden high amounts of sugar and artificial additives that don't suit the changing body after age 50. So, what exactly is happening inside the body? After age 50, the body enters a phase called insulin resistance, meaning it becomes less efficient at absorbing and utilizing sugar from the blood. When you eat a breakfast high in simple sugars like orange juice, white bread, or refined cereal, your blood glucose spikes. The body releases a surge of insulin to manage it. But with decreased sensitivity, glucose stays longer in the bloodstream, causing fatigue, drowsiness, or trembling limbs just hours later. Moreover, consistently kickstarting your system with blood sugar spiking foods can lead to chronic low-grade inflammation, an underlying factor in many age-related diseases like type 2 diabetes, atherosclerosis, and dementia. To understand more clearly, let's look at a study by Harvard University. published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition in 2020. The study followed nearly 7,000 people, over 50, for more than 10 years, and found that those who began their day with high glycemic meals like fruit juices, white bread, muffins, had a more than 30% higher risk of developing metabolic syndrome compared to those who ate a balanced breakfast with protein, healthy fats, and fiber. Additionally, a Mayo Clinic report warned that a breakfast lacking adequate protein and healthy fats reduces the synthesis of neurotransmitters essential chemicals for memory and focus. This explains why many feel their minds slow down, feel foggy, or forgetful after breakfast. This shows that the causes of morning fatigue, energy crashes, or blood sugar imbalances aren't just due to aging, but mostly due to poor food choices. The alarming part is, many so-called classic breakfast items are the actual culprits. In the next section, you'll discover 5 seemingly harmless, even popular breakfast items that may silently harm your health if consumed first thing in the morning. Especially item number 5, a drink loved by many but one that carries hidden dangers for older adults. Do you start your morning with a glass of orange juice? Many people believe that orange juice is a smart choice to boost vitamin C and wake up the body. But the truth is, when you drink orange juice on an empty stomach, your body receives a high load of fructose without any fiber to slow down absorption. The result, your blood sugar spikes quickly and drops just as fast, leaving you feeling tired or even lightheaded within 1-2 hours. Not to mention, most bottled or pre-made orange juices on the market are loaded with added sugars, flavorings, and even preservatives. For older adults with weakened liver function, or those managing blood sugar, this becomes a recipe for insulin resistance and visceral fat. If you still love the taste of oranges, eat whole slices later in the morning, ideally after a meal that includes protein or healthy fat. As for juice, it's best to avoid it on an empty stomach. And if you must have it, keep it under 120 milliliters per serving. Then there's white bread, a national favorite for many. It's light, convenient, easy to eat. But white bread, made from refined flour, has been stripped of its bran and germ layers, which normally provide fiber, B vitamins, and magnesium. This turns it into a form of empty carb, not only spiking your blood sugar, but also leaving you hungry and craving more food throughout the day. Some may say, but I pair it with peanut butter or eggs, and that's better. But still not ideal, because the white bread base remains a rapidly absorbed starch that's not suited as the foundation of a stable breakfast. Instead, try 100% whole grain bread. Make sure the label specifies fiber content, at least 3 g per slice. Add a boiled egg or a few slices of ripe avocado. Now that's a gentle yet steady start for your post-50 body. Breakfast cereals. They sound healthy but can be a sweet trap. Packaging often shows fruit, oats, and buzzwords like fit, low fat, vitamin enriched, giving people a false sense of healthiness. But read the ingredient list carefully. Sugar is usually the second or third item, right after the grains. This means you're basically eating crunchy candy rather than a real breakfast. No protein, no healthy fats, and within 1-2 hours, your body crashes again, feeling anxious, ravenous, and unfocused. If you still prefer cereal, go for unsweetened varieties with short, clean ingredient lists, and at least 5 g of fiber per serving. At blank Greek yogurt, a sprinkle of chia seeds, and some fresh berries, and now you've got a heart-friendly and digestion-supporting breakfast. Have you ever chosen low-fat milk thinking less fat is better? This is one of the most common misconceptions. Skim milk often lacks fat-soluble vitamins, especially A, D, and K2, which are crucial for bone health and immunity. Worse, many types are sweetened or flavored, to mask the blandness after fat is removed. For older adults, nutrient loss from diet is already concerning. Starting the day with a nutritionally empty milk means missing the chance to nourish your nervous system, bones, and memory properly. Instead, opt for whole milk, ideally organic or unsweetened plant-based milk that's calcium fortified. And remember, drink only after a meal or pair it with fiber-rich foods to aid absorption. And finally, coffee on an empty stomach, a small habit with big consequences. Coffee is a morning friend for many. It wakes you up, boosts your mood, and can even benefit the liver when used properly. But if you drink it right after waking up, before eating anything, you cause cortisol to spike, leading to increased heart rate, fluctuating blood pressure, and stomach irritation. This habit can cause shaky hands, jitters, or dull upper abdominal pain, especially in older adults with sensitive stomachs. Some studies also suggest that caffeine consumed on an empty stomach can cause mild mineral loss, affecting muscle function and heart rhythm. A better approach: eat something first, like half a banana and a few nuts, before enjoying your first cup of coffee. If you prefer a milder taste, try adding unsweetened plant milk, or switch to decaf. Have you tried any of the foods above? Comment yes if you recognize one of these habits in your own mornings. And if you're thinking about making a change, the next section will give you the motivation through a real and relatable story of someone who transformed their health just by removing one item from breakfast. After age 50, your body no longer tolerates things the way it used to. Foods that once felt perfectly fine in the morning can now leave you tired, sluggish, or low on vitality. But changing your breakfast habits isn't difficult. It just takes small, intentional steps. Here's a simple guide with 5 small but effective steps to help you gradually build a healthier breakfast that suits the needs of middle-aged and older adults. Step 1. Start with protein. This is the foundation of a stable breakfast. Protein not only keeps you full longer, but also helps maintain muscle mass, regulate blood sugar, and support brain function. If you're not used to eating protein in the morning, start with easy choices like 1 boiled egg, 1 small cup of plain Greek yogurt. You can add a few slices of strawberry, 1 slice of low-fat cheese with whole grain bread. Just 10-15 g of protein in the morning can noticeably improve your energy and mood throughout the day. Step 2. Remove hidden sugars and refined foods. You don't need to eliminate sugar completely, but it's wise to avoid high glycemic foods that lack fiber. A quick tip: if it's sweet, crunchy, and fast to eat, double-check the label. Bottled orange juice, processed breakfast cereals, muffins, and buttery pastries. All of these should be off your morning list. Instead, go for minimally processed foods in their most natural form: fresh fruits, rolled oats, nuts, or whole grain bread. Step 3. Add just enough healthy fats. Healthy fats from avocados, nuts, olive oil, or eggs are essential for satiety and help absorb fat-soluble vitamins A, D, C, K. Many people fear fat because they worry about weight gain. But in reality, when consumed in the right type and amount, fats reduce cravings and help stabilize blood sugar. You only need a small spoon of almond butter or a quarter of an avocado for breakfast. Not too much, just consistent. Step 4. Drink after eating. Not right when you wake up. Change the order. Eat first, then drink. Whether it's coffee, milk, or tea, make sure you've eaten something before you start sipping. Drinking coffee on an empty stomach raises cortisol and can irritate your gut, especially for those with sensitive digestive systems. If you enjoy your morning coffee, eat a protein-rich snack first. If possible, opt for lighter coffee Add unsweetened plant milk. Or, switch to decaf to reduce irritation. Step 5. Plan 3. 5 safe breakfast recipes you can rotate. One reason many people revert to old habits is because they simply don't know what to eat each morning. The solution takes some time to prep 3-5 reliable breakfast recipes that you can rotate weekly without getting bored. Examples: overnight oats plus chia seeds plus blueberries plus almond milk, whole grain toast plus boiled egg plus avocado slices, Greek yogurt plus walnuts plus 1 sliced apple, light oatmeal porridge plus egg plus baby spinach, green smoothie banana, spinach, flaxseed, unsweetened plant milk. When you know what you'll eat tomorrow morning, the chances of grabbing a muffin or bottled juice go down significantly. Start with just one small change. Swap out one food each morning for a week, and you'll notice differences not only in your energy, but also in your sense of control over your own well-being. You've just gone through a full journey, re-examining breakfast foods that seem harmless, but may carry hidden risks for adults over 50. We've seen that familiar items like orange juice, white bread, or coffee on an empty stomach can lead to fatigue, energy crashes, or even speed up low-grade chronic inflammation. The problem isn't your age, it's how your body reacts to choices that are no longer suitable. And that's the great news, because if the problem lies in habit, the solution is simply to change it, and that change is in your hands. You don't need to be a nutritionist, or suddenly cut out everything, or follow a complicated diet. Just start with one thing. Review your breakfast. Is there anything in it that makes you feel tired, bloated, or extra hungry? If yes, try switching that one item. Not everything. Just one. And pay attention to how your body responds. And don't worry if you've made these breakfast mistakes in the past. Almost everyone has. What matters is that you're here, reading these final lines, which means you're ready to reflect and refresh your daily habits. Sometimes, just changing breakfast can take you halfway toward better health in your 50s and beyond. If you're in your 60s, or even older, comment below your age. I'll recommend a simple breakfast plan tailored to your condition and lifestyle. Or if you already feel ready for change, type "I'm ready" in the comments. It's a small way to remind yourself, good health doesn't just happen. It starts with the simplest of choices, like tomorrow's breakfast. And if you want to keep receiving videos about science-backed eating habits tailored for people over 50, don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Our video series, 7 Days to Better Health After 50, is launching next week, and I don't want you to miss a single day. See you in the next video with more energy, more intention, and a fresh start to every morning.